Welcome to our series on navigating traumatic grief. I've been asked to do this series for many, many years, and it's one of those experiences that is so deeply near and dear to my heart that it's been complicated for me to step into this space and to find a way to share my voice. Even though I am a clinical psychologist, I'm an applied neuroscientist, I'm an expert in stress and trauma as well as resilience, I have also been deeply, deeply wounded and hurt by my own brain's journey throughout this world. In 2009, I was widowed. It was a painful and deeply traumatic experience. My partner of 10 years had been struggling with addiction through medical mismanagement for the 2 years prior to his death. And the 6 months before he passed on, it had gotten increasingly worse. As a psychologist, that left many deep nuances and complicated feelings that I had to carry after he passed on. He accidentally overdosed a week before our wedding. I was the first person home. I knew something was wrong and was racing to get to him as fast as I could, but I could not save his life. What transpired from there was an incredible journey of pain, a depth of darkness that I hadn't experienced previously in my life, an opening up of many old wounds, of many of the battles that I thought had been long put to rest in my own internal journey to resilience and into finding my way to becoming a psychologist and a neuroscientist. Being a trauma expert and being destroyed by the thing I was supposedly an expert at was deeply humbling. And this series is all about exploring how to navigate these nuances, because just because we know something doesn't mean that our brain is capable of successfully navigating the world with that knowledge. Our little friend, Amy the amygdala, is 4 times faster than the blink of an eye and 4 times faster than our rational thinking brain. And when I was living in the throes of PTSD, I was in the depths of darkness. I struggled in so many deeply painful ways. And I'm excited to share that I actually have a book coming out all about this fall that will explore how natural and human these moments of despair are, and hopefully connect all of us to the deeper reminder that we are human. And our brains are brains, and that means they do wacky, strange things. And in those depths of despair, when our brain is doing wacky, strange things, it can be terrifying and very confusing. My story used to be a unicorn story. Somebody who's felled by chronic illness and addiction. I myself, shortly after my partner passed on, was in a terrible car accident and then had a terrifying brain virus attack my brain that almost killed me. And I went on a very similar journey, luckily not one that involved addiction because I had seen his journey through that space, but one that almost took my own life. Coming out of the pandemic, navigating this world that is fraught with opioids and benzos and addiction, navigating the stress and trauma that we all live within, this is no longer a unicorn story. These experiences of traumatic grief and loss are pervasive. They are deep in our human world. And the symptoms, the pathology that arises in the face of such trauma, chronic stress, and deep pain can feel alienating and isolating. And it is important to me to share my experiences along with information and tools and guided exercises to help normalize those crazy human moments, to let us all know that these are not crazy things, that it's actually just our brain being a brain. And it's fundamentally our brain fighting diligently and desperately to keep us safe. So I hope you will come along on this journey with me to explore the inner intricacies of your own world and partner with me in deepening your understanding of traumatic loss and grief and even addiction. Because whether or not these are experiences that you yourself struggle with, we know today it is inevitable that you know or are in a relationship, friendship, partnership in some way, shape, or other that is struggling. So let's partner up and help build a better humanity together.